Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second episode of SATU TV. I'm Billy Bates.
I'm Jones McShine. We are Static in the Underground. Welcome to SATU TV, episode 2, baby. We did it.
Episode 2, man.
We're podcasters now.
We're podcasters.
Journalists,
Let's
say.
go ahead and put in our resignations.
I'm telling you. I'm going to tell my boss, notice. You get 2 weeks and that's it.
That's it.
I'm a famous podcaster now and my life is complete.
Yeah, well, I mean, the money's about to just start flowing in.
I can feel it hitting my bank account now.
I can't. But hopefully that changes soon.
Oh man. How's it been, man? How's it been?
It's been good, man. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, baby.
Happy New Year to everybody, all of y'all. Happy New Year. 2024. It's been a rough few years, but I think it's all uphill from here, man.
I think it is.
Or not. But
it's either uphill or downhill. We're definitely not sitting on the prairie.
If it's not uphill, we'll wish it was, you know? But yeah, so one of the big things going on right now is the bowl games. Yeah, man. Bowl games going on right now.
Yeah, it is. We've
had some decent bowl games, had some terrible bowl games too. But the good ones have been really good.
Yeah, they have.
And with this transfer portal stuff, man, it sucks seeing these teams that have had decent years, but then all of a sudden they're having to play second, third string guys. Yep. In bowl games because, you know, the bowl games just don't feel special anymore. Ever since the playoff and the transfer portal and all this NIL stuff.
Why do you think that happened, though? Because I know the difference in, you know, the 4 big bowl games as far as the playoff goes, but why do you feel like people just aren't paying the bowl games that much attention or players just aren't caring about them as much? It's like if you don't win a championship, like it just doesn't matter.
Yeah, it seems, you know, we feel different about bowl games, unfortunately, because we're Carolina fans, you know. So if we have a bowl game at the end of our season, we're happy.
Bro.
You know, we've had a good year. Yeah, we've had a good year. If we make it to a bowl game, we've had a good year. But, you know, I just unless you're definitely going to be a first or second round draft pick, I just don't see the reasoning for holding out of a bowl game. Because to me, if I'm a player and I know I'm not first or second round, I'm thinking I got one more game to ball out.
Go and ball.
Try and up my draft stock, you know?
Dude, I think eventually, man, some of these schools are going to start putting in those NIL deals. Like, no matter what, like, you're going to have to play in this game. Right. Like, if you're medically cleared, like,
you're like a contract type deal. Like, you've got to play all your games.
You sign this, we're going to pay you. You can enter the transfer portal, but you got to play. You got to finish the season and play these games first.
Yeah, and I really do think these first 2 years of the NIL deal is really a trial run.
It is,
and I think that they're gonna the NCAA, as much as bad they've done in the long run, I think they do really want it to work out the best for all these schools. And that's definitely, I think they need to close. I think they need to shrink in the transfer portal window. I don't think you should be able to go, because I think right now it's open twice a year. I think it's open right now, and then it opens again in the spring, I believe. And I think it should open after the season's over with, meaning after the championship game. I don't think it should open as soon as the regular season's over with.
Right. It's just like in the NFL, like before the season's over, you can't talk to different teams. So, or just like kids coming out of college, you can't start talking to NFL agents and things like that. So after, you know, the season's over and stuff, but they'll tighten all that up. I think they got a good blueprint in place.
I think so too. I think these players should have been getting paid. I think they should have been getting paid. So I'm not mad that players are making money. And I know there's the old school guys, and I get it, who are like, well, they're getting an education. And you're right, they are getting a free education, and that's a big deal. But they also are making these schools millions of dollars.
Billions of dollars.
Yeah,
man.
The SEC, the Big Ten, these conferences make so much money off of these kids. So, yeah, they are getting a free education, but whenever you add up the money, that free education is pennies compared to what these conferences and schools are making.
Especially think about guys like Marcus Lattimore that used to play for South Carolina, like the kind of deal he would have had and the kind of money he'd have had just for playing those couple of years.
And he would have had money and wouldn't have needed to go pro, which he ended up not being able to because of injuries, but he would have at least had been able to make some money, you know, while he was there.
Give Reggie Bush his trophy back.
Yeah, man. Give Reggie Bush his Heisman back, you know.
Reggie deserves that.
Yeah. I mean, Reggie Bush should definitely have his Heisman Trophy. He should be at every Heisman Trophy ceremony. But that's neither here nor there.
No, but they ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, I don't think so. No, they're not a take backsy. The NCAA does not like to give stuff back.
They're not doing it.
So he probably won't, but I'm an advocate for Reggie Bush getting his Heisman Trophy back for sure. One of the things that was pretty cool about the bowl games, I think it was the first day of the bowl games, Ohio University, the Bobcats or the Wildcats, they played Georgia Southern, and they had no running backs left. Ohio did. They had no running backs left. So they called up a redshirt freshman to play in this game. He had only played in 2 previous games, and he only was in for 3 total plays. So 2 plays for the first game and 1 play for the second game.
So no reps, really.
None. He comes in. He has 117 rushing yards, 4 touchdowns, and a receiving touchdown. He had 5 touchdowns, which I believe ties the record for a bowl game for touchdowns in a single game. Probably
an individual player.
Yeah. And not only that, the coolest part is now, because he only played in less than 2 games, he still has that year of eligibility. So he still has 4 years of eligibility. Now, you want to talk about times where the transfer portal is good?
I was about to say, did he hit the transfer portal, or is he staying in Miami?
I'm not sure. Ohio. Miami of Ohio. We get those mixed up.
Miami of Ohio.
Yeah, but it was just Ohio University Bobcats.
Okay, got you. So the other ones where Ben Roethlisberger went to school.
I believe
Miami,
so.
Ohio.
Yeah, I believe so.
All right,
Ball State.
We'll get it.
One of those.
We'll get it right.
Yeah.
Go Ball State.
Yeah. Shout out JK. Anyway, so that was. If you talk about the transfer portal, this guy obviously going to a smaller school, he probably was just a 2 or 3 star athlete.
Yep.
Now he's got this under his belt with 4 more years of eligibility. Be pretty good for him to enter that transfer portal, maybe.
Dude, do you imagine like the kind of schools that would take a guy like that without those reps and just go in a game and just completely take it over?
Yep.
Like biggest game of the season for them?
Yeah.
I'd take a chance on that.
Why not?
For sure.
But yeah, so the bowl season's been wild. There's only 1 more week of that from our time, from where we're at right now. But so bowl season's been wild. NBA basketball has been kind of wild this year too so far.
The NBA's been crazy. What do you think about that in-season champion tournament thing that they did?
I think it's fun because it makes those games important because the players get paid for that, and the NBA's got enough money to do that. But I think the winner, who were the Los Angeles Lakers, they got $500K.
Oh yeah,
I think each player
I'd have been 50 happy too.
I can't remember the exact amount, but I remember hearing $500K, and that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it is. I'd have been popping champagne too.
Yeah, and like I said, it makes those early season games a little more important because whenever the season's so long, like with basketball and baseball, those early games really don't matter.
That's right. That's why they say they do that stuff in soccer where they have those different like in-season tournaments. And people are like, well, they don't mean anything. It's like, well, if we just played the games, like you get so bored with that.
I think one of the stipulations, I can't remember if it was a stipulation for this year's in-season tournament or if they're talking about making it a stipulation for next year. But I think the stipulation is if you win that in-season tournament, no matter how bad you are at the end of the season, you get an automatic playoff spot. I'd heard, like I said, I can't remember if that's for sure this season or if they're talking about possibly doing that in the future. I like that idea too.
They're definitely sitting talking about what can we do to make give the winner something meaningful besides just money.
But
that'd be sweet.
The Nuggets are still looking like the best team with Joker at center, man. Talk about a guy who doesn't care at all.
He don't
about anything, and he's the best ever. He's one of the best in the league doing it today. Yeah,
and by the time he's done, man, if he has a nice long 15-year career, he'll be one of the best centers ever.
Yeah, and he'll hate it.
He'll hate it. He'll hate it. He won't show up to his Hall of Fame induction. He won't.
When they won the championship, they asked him how's he feel. He was like, "I'm fine." Yeah, they were like, "Are you more excited?" He was like, "Yeah, no, I'm ready to go home."
Yeah, got a horse has got a race in Serbia.
Apparently, he wasn't going to go to the parade. And they had to beg him to come.
I remember when they said that he had to go to the parade. It was like a contract thing. He's at the press conference looking like, man,
so upset.
Get out of here.
He's awesome though, man.
He's cool.
And then he's got his 2 brothers that are courtside for every game. His 2
7-foot tall Serbian brothers
ready to fight. They had the issues with them 2 seasons ago trying to fight everybody.
I remember that. He ain't scared to fight neither, man. He's ready to go.
I love it. They had a reporter a while back ask him, if the NBA crowds are crazy, and he straight up was like, I played in Serbia.
He was like, I played in Serbia,
and then they showed the footage, and it's like the soccer fans with the flags and stuff,
going
like
crazy,
the horns, like
chanting, jumping, like
no way it's harder to play in the NBA than it is over there.
I've never seen an NBA game look like that. I've never seen a North Carolina Duke basketball game look like that. And
they get wild.
That's when it goes down.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I was like, that's how they get down in basketball for Serbia? Could you imagine what the NBA would be like if every stadium was like that for every game? That'd be crazy, dude.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
Let's put basketball outside, football status.
Yeah, let's go. In the elements with the chain nets.
With the concrete floor.
with the crack all the way through the middle.
Yep. Oh, man.
That'd
the little short dude on the sideline yelling about how bad he wants to play.
Yeah, how fun would that be though if they did like an in-season tournament, like on a blacktop, like in-season tournament on like one side of the court, like had to take the ball back, like. Hey,
that'd be wild.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, it would. I bet a lot of guys would sign up to do it too.
I bet they would.
Yeah, man.
Take 3 players from each team.
Yep. And then what else? Wrestling wise, man, still got the Rumble coming up. I'm excited about wrestling, Bill. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Rumble. It's always one of my favorite events to watch. Honestly, man, WrestleMania is my favorite, obviously. It's the Super Bowl, the mecca of wrestling. But, man, the Rumble is right behind it. It's been so exciting to watch. They always have, I feel like whenever the Rumble happens, that starts the storyline going towards WrestleMania. That's what builds up to it. And then they always have, nostalgia acts, come out for the Rumble and stuff like that, and it's always so cool. You never know who's gonna come out, and next thing you know, it's like, oh, they bring up new people like that. It's exciting, man. There's a rumor that oh man, I can't remember his last name. What was the guy's name who's married to Charlotte? Who is it? He Andrade. I can't remember his last name. There's rumors that his contract for AEW is coming up soon, and he's going to be coming back to not SmackDown, but back to WWE. And the rumor right now is possibly the Raw after Mania. That would make sense. Have him come back. Yeah. It'd be pretty cool. That'd be cool too, especially since they have the LWO thing going on now. They got a pretty good storyline going. I think if he came back at the Rumble, it'd be a big deal too. I think the crowd would respond well. I think they would as well. But I think, you got any surprise entries? Dude, I don't know, man. I want to look and see what MJF's contract looks like at AEW, man, because there's no way that, they wouldn't sign him, dude, because he's good. He's gold on the mic. He's gold in the ring, and he just dropped the belt to Samoa Joe. Right. So, I don't know. I'd like to see MJF in WWE to see what he can do, but I don't know, man. I can't really think of anybody that, just pops in my mind. I got a feeling they'll do something I don't think it's so much of a surprise, but I think someone who's not an everyday wrestler who's a celebrity, I think Bad Bunny pops up in the Rumble. Bad Bunny's a good possibility. And he has something go down in the Rumble that causes him to have a match at Mania because besides, as far as non-pro wrestlers that have wrestled, many people say that Bad Bunny has been their favorite to work with. You can tell he really likes it, man. He gets in the ring and he trains. He went to the Performance Center and trained really hard for those matches he had. And every match he's had has been really good. It has been. It's been really good. Apparently, I don't know if it's true or not. It could just be a rumor, but apparently in Puerto Rico where Damian Priest trained, that's also where Bad Bunny, before he was super popping in the music, that him and Damian Priest already knew each other and they trained at the same place. Yeah, that last match they had against each other, that it was the Puerto Rican street fight. Yeah, that match was awesome. That was so good. That crowd was so hyped whenever Bad Bunny came out. Dude, with the smoke, and then how you could see the crowd behind him. You usually don't see that, and it was just everybody singing word for word. That was one of the coolest entrances. Then he went and grabbed the shopping cart full of all the weapons and stuff. That was awesome, man. That was a great match. match. Shout out Bad Bunny.
Shout out to Bad Bunny.
Yeah, decent, very good artist. One of the most popular in the world.
Yeah.
Also a very solid professional wrestler.
Speaking of solid celebrities, professional wrestling, what about Logan Paul, United States champion, man? Ain't showed his face, but I feel like he's bringing prestige to that title right now with it not being on TV every week.
Right.
But them having it advertised and they're doing the tournament, like leading up to it, it builds up to like, this is important. Like, you can't lose the prestige of the titles. Like a title like the United States Championship. It's been around for so long.
That's why I miss. That's why I like that Gunther is doing what he's doing with the Intercontinental Belt.
I do too.
He's bringing it back, kind of like how the Miz did. Whenever the Miz brought, because there was a while where the Intercontinental Belt wasn't even on the pre-show,
and it was going back and forth. You didn't even know who it was.
And then the Miz got it back a few years back. He held on to it for a while, brought back that prestige, and now Gunther's had it for well over a year, and I think he's either approaching Honky Tonk Man's record or he passed it already. I think he passed it already.
He might have. We'll have to look into that. That's good. But I like the thing that I love about it is they're not just switching titles just to do it, just to make, like, they will bleed out a storyline for as long as they can. Then you have people that don't watch wrestling ask questions like, well, how can you keep watching this? It's like, did you watch Game of Thrones for all those years? Like, did they just kill off every character like in every show? Like, no, like they're stretching this thing out to make it, a few years worth of good TV. They're building it up. You can't just do everything at once or everything all at one time. Then you don't have a show. Yeah,
I will say this though. With WWE, they're cutting it close with the part-time stuff though. I will say that.
Yeah.
Even if you don't wrestle every week, you should be on TV or on TV every week or every other week if you are the champion.
I believe
whenever you have a month time where the guy ain't even on TV, why's he got the belt?
Yeah.
Why's he got, even if he's just filming segments?
Especially like this, like the UFC will be like, all right, so you got to take time off. We'll have a intermediate champion, you know what I'm saying?
Interim champion.
Interim champion. What did I say? Intermediate?
Yeah.
You know what we mean.
You know what I'm talking. You know what I'm trying to say.
Champion while champion ain't there. And then have a match whenever the champion comes back. Like that way the people would see the title. Like people want to see the title. Right. I do anyway.
Yeah.
That's why I like Seth Rollins so much, man. Let's talk about it. More title defenses already than Roman.
I was about to say that exact same thing. Yeah, he's already got more title defenses than Roman, and Roman's had the belt for 3 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seth's had it from since WrestleMania, not even one.
Yeah, not even a year.
Man, that's crazy. They said that he defends his title like at house shows.
Oh,
dude.
yeah. Shout out Seth Rollins.
Shout out to Seth, man.
Workhorse, definitely a road man for sure.
He's a working champ. I like this stuff with him and CM Punk.
Yeah, I think that's going to be great. I'm excited to see what Randy Orton's got going on with the. He's kind of feuding with Judgment Day right now. How about R-Truth?
Oh man, let's go. Ron Killings, my boy.
I'm glad he's back.
We love R-Truth. There ain't a time I cut on the TV where I don't want to see R-Truth.
Love R-Truth.
He's that good. Shout out to Charlotte's on. R-Truth, man, we love you. Remember when we saw that ICP concert? Our first one we went to together, and R-Truth was there. It was in Charlotte. And then he wasn't even supposed to perform, but because he was there as a fan, I think Violent J was like, yo, you want to come do something?
Yeah. That was Tremont 2015, I think, or 2014.
I think it was 2015. It was
because it was right before we did our first show.
It was Marvelous Missing Links.
Yep. Because we did our first show the next year on the Riddlebox tour.
Yep.
So that would have been 26. So 2015.
Yep. October.
And it was R-Truth showed up at Tremont during an ICP show and did a guest set. He had a 15-minute spot, and it was awesome.
It was awesome. I didn't even know R-Truth was there, and then I was like, oh, that's what's up. And I look at R-Truth's on the stage. I'm like, what is happening?
Yep. Fans are showing him love, man.
Yeah, it was great.
It was great, man. Yeah, man. Speaking of I won't talk about it long but I know a lot of people that watch this probably know him or knew of him. But one of our homies passed away, Chief. He was definitely one of the biggest fans of SATU music.
Yeah, if not the biggest, man.
Biggest supporter of underground music. If you ever been to a clown show in the Carolinas, you knew who Chief was. He was a good dude, man. And I wasn't sure if I was going to bring that up, man, but he fought the good fight, man. He was a great guy. He gave Juggalos a good name, and whenever he passed, you could see all the love pouring out online for him. He was a great guy. Would give you the shirt off his back. Supported all things underground. he was a I can't say it enough. He was a great guy.
He was the best, dude. Like, and, if you're looking for a friend, man, if you were at a clown show, man, and you were just out there by yourself and you didn't have a friend, he was the type of guy to come and get you. I'm like, yo, come over here and meet my crew.
Yeah, let me introduce you to everybody.
Like, now you got 100
I know
friends.
Everybody at this show.
Like, now you got 100 friends. Tomorrow you're gonna have 1,000. Like, let's go. Yeah,
we're definitely we're gonna try our hardest to make the gathering this year, because we know the homies are probably gonna do something for him at the gathering. And yeah, so shout out to our homie Chief, man. We miss you, brother.
Yeah, miss
Hold
you
it down
day.
at Shangri-La for us, man.
Yeah, and shout out to everybody that did show love too. That was amazing, man. Like, seeing, like, as soon as I saw the first post, right before I texted you, it was Honko, which I figured like he would know first, and I had to read it like 10 times. Let me make sure I'm reading this right, you know. And I was like, God.
Yeah, man. So many people showing love online, people from all over the country, man.
All over the country, man. Not just
traveled,
here, there, everywhere.
He traveled all over the country for music, to see shows, man. He was a great guy to have support you, give you a shirt off his back, man. He was a great guy, dude. Shout out to Chief.
Yeah, R.I.P. Chief.
R.I.P. to a real one, man. We love you, dude. But yeah. So one other thing that was pretty cool that happened in music. This happened a little bit ago, but I didn't think I got a lot of publicity, man. Did you hear about this Luke Holmes thing?
I saw something about it, but I didn't read into it, so I don't really know. Like, what's all
there's
going
this
on.
woman named Nicole Harness, and I believe she lives in Florida. It was either I'm pretty sure it was Florida, but she stays at home. She's got some health issues, but she works from home. She sells stuff on Amazon, like t-shirts and just knickknacks and stuff. Well, anyways, she went to a Luke Holmes show, one of her favorite artists, and she was like, you know what? Let me make a Luke Holmes tumbler, like the cup, like the coffee cups that keep it, the thermoses almost.
Right.
And she made one that had like his pictures and stuff on it, Luke Holmes. She put them up for sale on her Amazon, and she only sold like, I think 15 or something. She said she didn't make a lot of money off of it, but she just wanted to sell them because she's a fan of Luke Holmes.
Right.
Well, dude, she got hit with a $250,000 lawsuit.
The copyrights?
Copyrights, yep, for using his likeness. No. And she obviously, didn't have that kind of money.
She didn't know nothing about that. She didn't, like, why would you even think that somebody that big would notice your little 15 cups with...
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
So what she did was, she did the only thing she could think. She went to the news, and the news did a story on it, and Luke Holmes seen it, and he said that he said he woke up the day after it aired, and his phone was blown up with messages from fans and his people being like, yo, what's up with this, man? And he immediately figured out what had happened, and he's got a company that he pays to go after copyright people, but he said it was to go after these big organizations and companies that mass producing, trying to go at. Most artists have this.
You got to have that.
Yeah, almost every big name artist has these kind of lawyers to go after people. And he said that she must have just got mixed up in that, so he immediately dropped the lawsuit on her. He called her, told her he apologized over and over. She said he found out that she had $5,500 in her Amazon account that got locked up. So he doubled that, sent her $12,000.
Nice.
And from what I understand, he said that he made a tumbler on his website, and all the money he makes off of that is going straight to her and her family.
Dude.
Hey,
that is awesome.
That's how you make up for it.
That's how you do
Luke
it.
Luke Holmes
bro.
is for the people, man.
Yeah, he is.
Shout out Luke Holmes.
I love Luke Holmes, man. Yeah. I love his music. I love the way his voice sounds, dude. Like, Fast Car is one of my favorite songs by Tracy Chapman.
Dude.
I was like, that's a jukebox go-to. Like, if I done got a buzz and I'm hitting the jukebox, Fast Car is coming on. But now, that Luke Combs version is so, I don't know, man. Like growing up to listening to that song, my whole childhood, my whole life, and then hearing his version is crazy because he hits it note for note, but their voices don't sound anything alike, but it's perfect.
And I believe because it became #1 in the country music charts, that means that Tracy became the first ever black woman to be #1 song, even though it was, it was her
because
song.
She wrote it.
Right,
so she still gets all the credit. So no matter anything that Luke Combs gets from that song, she gets the same credentials for it. So if he wins a Grammy for that, she'll get a Grammy for that, dude.
As a songwriter, Talk about one of the greatest songs of all time, man.
Love it.
Love her as an artist too. I hate she doesn't tour no more, man.
I'd go see her.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. If she ever came around,
she's so good, dude.
So good. Yeah, man. So it's been wild though. So New Brooklyn moved.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, so New Brooklyn, they had the final show.
It looks dope, man.
It does. The new venue does look pretty cool.
It looks dope. It doesn't look too big. Like, it looks perfect.
Yeah, I'm going there very soon. I'm going to go get a first-hand look at it.
Oh, man.
And yeah, I'm excited.
I wanted to go to that on Friday, but I'm not going to be able to make it. But first chance I get to step out. I'm off on Saturday, though. They might have something going on.
If they do,
I'm pulling up, man.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So New Brooklyn moved on to bigger and better things, bigger building. Shout out New Brooklyn. We hope to do a show there very soon.
Hey, but recap on the last show that we did there, SATU, booked by Billy Bates True.
Yeah, December 17th. We had who all? We had
Violent Life,
Violent Death was the headliner. We had Violent End open up the show. Man, those guys are great.
I like them.
And we put them on our March 8th show at the Rooster in Gastonia. Right. We got Violent End on that. Who else did we have? We had Until They Bleed, Cleansing of the Temple. Yeah, man, that was a sick lineup.
Dude, we had so much fun, man.
Sick lineup, man.
So much fun.
Shout out to everybody that came out that night, showed some love. Shout out to those bands. Great guys, every one of those guys in those bands, man. It was a bittersweet night. My last night in New Brooklyn, it was our last show, SATU Music's last show at New Brooklyn, man. It was a banger.
It was a banger. But like you said, hopefully we're in there at the new spot, man, selling that thing.
Yeah, hopefully very soon we'll be in there. That was, for sure. Yeah, man. Shout out New Brooklyn.
Shout out New Brooklyn Tavern. Let's go.
Yeah, man. But let's see. What else we got going on lately?
Man, I know this much. I ain't had nothing going on lately, Billy.
Just been working.
Dude, I'm telling you, since Christmas, I ain't had to work since Christmas.
Oh, yeah?
Dude, so I'm just well, I'm not getting paid for this, so my next check's going to be real slack. So I've just been sitting in the house, man, rewatching The Sopranos.
Oh, yeah, that's a good rewatch.
Chilling, bro.
Yeah, man, I've been watching Snowfall.
Dude, I heard that was good.
So good.
Is it good?
Yeah,
I need something new. I need something new to start. Snowfall is one of the ones on my list.
Yeah, Snowfall's great. That Better Call Saul is finally done, so you can binge watch that.
Do they have the last season on now?
I think it is up there on Netflix.
Ooh.
But Better Call Saul is finally done, and man, that was, in my opinion, it was just as good as Breaking Bad.
Dude, I love Better Call Saul.
Yeah, Breaking Bad was one of the greatest shows of all time, man. And Saul was one of my favorite characters in that show, so watching Better Call Saul was pretty awesome.
Seeing like how he ended up like being who he was, that was really cool.
Yeah, man. TV shows are wild, man. Hopefully I'll be going to see the Iron Claw soon, man. I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Man, I was planning on going to see that yesterday, dude, but I might
end up going to a late show tonight, depending on what's going on, but yeah, I definitely have heard nothing but good things.
Nothing but good things. They said you don't even got to know anything about wrestling. You could just go sit down and watch that movie and you'd be crying.
Yeah.
Which I think we knew that. Like, if you know the binary story, you know that that's a tough
tragic story in professional wrestling.
Speaking of new stuff, man, I thought we was just talking about it earlier. How about the new Dave Chappelle out of nowhere?
Hey, speaking of which, that's a good thing to bring up because I forgot to write that down in my notes. The talking about stand-up comedy real quick. The Golden Globes had stand-up comedy specials as an award, like best stand-up comedy special as an award, which I think is great.
Yeah,
it's the first time they ever did it, but
you'd think that they'd have had that.
Yeah, but in my opinion, they did not have the best specials on the list. Who did
they have on there?
They had I know they had Trevor Noah's newest special, and Ricky Gervais was up there. And don't get me wrong, those were two pretty solid specials, but man, the best specials this past year to me are probably Tom Segura's. John Mulaney had a great one where he's talking about being in rehab. Yeah. That's the one that should have won.
As far as like writing and delivery, that John Mulaney one was flawless all the way through.
And Shane Gillis's special. That one.
They were beautiful dogs.
Yeah, that was a great specials, and they weren't even nominated. So they need to change up their
They might have came out like, I think like all that award stuff stops like in the summertime, like in June or July. Then like they don't do the January to December. They do like July to June or something like that. Well, I was looking at the Grammy nominees for music. I was like, what about? And I'm looking at like everything that came out after the summer. I'm like, y'all got to be kidding me, right? And then I found that out.
The music awards are getting worse and worse every year, man.
They've been getting better about the hip hop nominees, but the winners is just like, what are we talking? Yeah. What are we actually talking about right now? Like Sexy Red, Ski Yee. I ain't hating on nobody's grind and nobody making no money, but that is trash. Yeah,
who else? Who else was in that? Because someone got.
It was like hip hop song, like Billboard's like hip hop song of the year. I think it was Ski Yee by Sexy Red, but
no, did she win Artist of the Year? Is that what she won?
I hope not.
I can't remember what she won. Don't get me wrong, she's popping, dude.
But I've been listening to some good releases from hip hop that aren't, you're not gonna hear these songs on the radio or nothing like that. But these are big artists that like put out.
I tell you what, man, music. I don't know exactly what albums were up for album of the year, but to me, the hip hop album of the year last year to me was that new Lil Uzi, the Pink Tape.
I don't even think he got nominated.
Dude, it was such a good album. Don't get me wrong, he had his cover of Chop Suey on there. I wasn't a fan of that. But he had some great songs and all. It was a from beginning to end a no skip album.
I bet they have a hard time figuring out where to classify him in the Grammys because you don't really want to throw him in hip hop necessarily because he's not really like
nowadays. Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like it's hard to tell because I would call it pop music. Like I would put him in the category with the Post Malones and the Taylor Swifts and all those. Agree with that. I don't feel like he would. I don't know if it would, because the people that are being nominated for the Grammys is like Pusha T and like Kanye and people like that put out that classic music that 50 years from now we can listen to and be like, this could have came out between sometime in the 80s and whenever, where some of this music is, you can tell what time frame it came from.
Speaking of Kanye, man,
I don't know what to think about my boy Kanye.
I think that he has some mental issues.
Oh, definitely.
And I think he's not medicated. Which, don't get me wrong, I've known people that needed medication for mental problems that didn't like taking their medication. And
I'm one of them.
Who's going to tell Kanye, hey, you got to take your medicine like, I'm Kanye West.
It's hard to tell. Like sometimes you'll see like a clip of Kanye and he sounds like he makes the most sense in the world. Then you see another one where he just seems like he gets this verbal diarrhea to where he has a thought in his mind.
He goes.
But like I feel like when he makes that music, like all of that stuff that goes through his head to where he's just spilling out of his mouth, that's what he pulls together to make all that good music, and his brain just goes so fast. Like I get like that sometimes where people are like, dude, you need to shut the fuck up. Like you sound like a lunatic right now. I'm like, I'm just telling you my ideas, my thoughts.
There's another rant going around where someone filmed him. This is another thing. He needs to quit talking when people got cameras on him.
Oh, did you see that thing at his album party?
Yeah, in the hotel room.
That's like the album was supposed to drop, but I think it was Nicki Minaj didn't clear her verse. Yeah. Like her lawyers weren't able to clear it on time, which like that happens. You ain't got no control or nothing like that.
The only thing is Kanye held up his last album too.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if Kanye's ever put out an album on the release date.
Right.
In the last 15 years at least.
Yeah, but he went on that rant and. Man, he said some things that I'm not going to repeat because they were wild, and
because then you don't even know like where does he get this shit from? What are you actually talking about? Because you do sound crazy. Yeah, and then
he was going off, and that one chick was like, "Dude, you're not God," and he was like, "Shut up, bitch, or I'm going to vanish you." Like, what are you talking about right now, dog?
Vanish me. He's the Witcher.
Oh man.
Yeah, Kanye need to stop talking.
I hope he can figure it out because man, I love his music.
I hope the album's good, man.
Oh, I'm sure it will.
And the fact that like they had all them cameras out and he was doing like an open session and he had people out there like just fans like recording verses and hooks to see if they could go on the album. Like if he uses any of that stuff and he don't properly pay them people, give it 10 years. Like it's gonna come back so bad.
Yeah. Hopefully Kanye can get his act together.
Dude, you see where he was getting head from his new wife? Where was he at? France?
Yeah, France or
Italy or something like that. They said that he can't rent boats no more. They banished Kanye from all the boat renting places. He got caught getting his dick sucked on camera.
Well, next time I just buy another boat.
Worth it.
I'll buy this company.
Yeah, I'll buy the whole shit.
Oh man. That's funny. Dude, it's been wild. But
what concerts you got coming up that you're going to?
Let's see. I'm going to that show at New Brooklyn. I'm gonna go check out the new venue, the new stage setup. All the pictures I see look great.
They look good.
I'm in February, I really want to try and hit up one of those Static X Seven Dust shows. They're playing at Myrtle Beach and Charlotte back-to-back nights. So hopefully I'm off one of those nights.
What nights are they on? Do you know the days of the week?
No, I know it's early February. It's like the first week of February though, like February 6th and 7th or 5th and 6th, I believe. But I'm definitely going to try and go to one of them. Hopefully the Charlotte show because it's a little bit closer. It's only an hour and a half.
I'd say that's the one I'd want to go to.
Yeah, but it's I can't remember the first band, but it's dope. Seven Dust and Static X, man. It's a pretty sick lineup.
That is a sick lineup.
So I'll be trying to go to one of those, and then I'm going to see my favorite band, Seether, open up for Stained in March in Charleston. That's going to be a pretty good show.
Dude, is it Charleston their only date in South Carolina? Or their only stop?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's March 24th.
That's enough time to plan ahead.
Yeah, I bought tickets for that one already. Me and Lauren's going to go to that. That's going to be kind of like one of my birthday celebrations.
Oh, yeah. And
then the only other show that we've got so far for this year is I'm taking Lauren to see Green Day in August.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's Rancid, Smashing Pumpkins, and Green Day. So it's going to be a pretty good lineup.
That's a good lineup.
Yeah, I tried
to get to see the Smashing Pumpkins and then Green Day comes on. That's dope.
Yeah, and I wanted to go see Creed, man, but their ticket prices are all out of this world, dude. I'm good.
They showing the world who they are, man. They letting their nuts hang on everybody.
Yeah, they went viral on TikTok in the last year. People making fun of them. They're like, all right, we about to run with this.
That's what I remember we was talking. I was like, dude, motherfucking Creed and Nickelback gonna put a fucking tour together and sell out the universe.
It ain't far. It's Creed and Three Doors Down.
You fire go Creed. Yeah. Dude, that's gonna be awesome.
I would love to see it, but I'm not paying what they want to go see.
You know how many cans of Bush Light's gonna be crushed out there? The Natty Light and Bush Light.
The people watching is probably gonna be pretty sick at those shows, man. The best people watching I've ever done at a show was probably Kiss. I took my mom to see Kiss in 2019. That was a good one. Bruh, talk about people watching. The oldest, drunkest you've ever seen, man. But I had a great time. Yeah. Oh, man. Shout out to Kiss. Just finished up their final show last month, man.
Did they?
Yeah, they're retired now.
Oh, man.
But they're going to go on tour as avatars, like 3D stuff.
And people still going to buy it.
I'm not paying what I paid to see them real life, though.
I don't even want to know.
Yeah, man.
What is the most expensive ticket you've ever bought to a concert that wasn't a festival, you think?
Blink-182. Yeah, Blink-182. I went and I took Lauren. For those of y'all who don't know, growing up, Blink-182 was my favorite band up until probably middle school. Love Blink-182. They're still one of my top 5 favorite bands. And they went on tour for the first time as Tom DeLonge, Matt, and Travis. Mm-hmm. For the first time since like 2014. They did it last year. And I thought it was going to be the only tour, so I was like, I'm buying pit tickets. I don't care how much they are. Luckily, I bought them before they sold out, but they were $400 a piece. I bought 2 of them. Yeah, it was almost $1,000 after taxes and fees.
Man.
And I'm kind of glad I bought them because they immediately sold out, and then the cheapest ones were like $800 after that resale.
Ooh.
So they're coming to Greenville in July, but I don't know if I'm going to make it or not.
Yeah,
I might have to skip out on that one, but they were fantastic live. They were awesome. Had a great set list.
Every clip that I saw, I was jealous that I wasn't there. I was like, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah, so they were probably the most expensive, and then everything else really not too bad. Maybe Korn and Alice in Chains whenever they went on tour together. I spent a decent little chunk for pit tickets for that.
Worth it.
Yeah, it was.
I'm still mad I didn't go to that shit, dude.
Yeah. Everything else though, like what was it? The last time Slipknot went on tour, I think their pit tickets were only like $90.
Were they really?
Yeah, Korn and whenever we went and saw Korn 2 years ago, I think pit tickets for that were only like $100. And we were front row. Man. No, we were front row for those shows. So yeah, but I'm getting old, man. Standing up that long is hitting.
I ain't lying, man.
And sitting in the seat ain't too bad.
It ain't too bad.
I got seat tickets for Green Day because of how expensive they were.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Green Day tickets were pretty pricey. I think they were like $240 a piece. But we're in the first section behind the pit, so we're pretty close.
That's good. That's a good spot.
But yeah, man, that's it for right now. But obviously, I'll be going to a lot more shows. There's Violent Life, Violent Death. Shout out to those guys. They're opening up for Southpaw at the Milestone on February 7th, I believe.
Southpaw is sick,
dude. If I'm off that night, I'm going to that show, dude. It's going to sell out at the Milestone. It's going to be awesome.
I need to look into that. I didn't even know that was going down.
Yeah, Violent Life, Violent Death open up for Southpaw at the Milestone in Charlotte in early February.
If y'all can make it, come see that shit. Because that is going to be fucking wild.
I'm going to be there. Yeah. If I'm off, I'm going to be there. Speaking of which, though, man, that show that we got coming up March 8th at the Rooster.
I'm ready.
I'm ready for that. So the venue only holds 175 people, man. I'm trying to sell out.
Yeah.
Trying to sell it out, man. I think we got a good enough lineup to where we could get that sold out.
I think we can, too.
Yeah. So... y'all come see us, man. We need to get some
flyers and posters printed up and send them to the guy at the Rooster. Like, send them to some members of the bands and start getting this groundwork back in. Do your groundwork. The internet sucks. Do your groundwork.
Long live street teams, man.
Long live the street team, because, man, you start to get too much traction online, they're going to ask you to pay for it, and then they're going to pull your shit down. Yeah. They kept deleting our flyer for our last show for spam, because we kept sharing a flyer. And was spamming our show. But see, cops got to catch you throwing a flyer and a sticker on something, bro. Yeah, that's gonna go up. You're right about that. So yeah, man, bring back street teams. But Troy, you remember the street teams back in the day, dude? Like how big of a deal it was to be on the street team. You were part of the street team for Twisted, Psychopathic. Yeah. He got the jacket and everything, dude. Yeah, man, that was the good old days, dude. That was so dope. The late 90s, early 2000s was really lit for underground music and stuff. Yes, man. It was. Yeah. Oh, man. It ain't the same. No, still good, though. Still good. But it's on us to keep it alive. It is. It is, man. Bring it back up, dude. Bring it back up. Yeah, man. So this is, man, second episode already, dude. I'm hyped, man. In here. Yeah, man. We're not doing bad. We're keeping it rolling. We're keeping it rolling. Yeah, man. I'm happy to be doing this. I think it's a great thing. We've been wanting to do this for so long, and we'll try to we'll post videos and stuff of shows that we have. Like March 8th, I'm planning on getting a lot of footage for that show. From that show, so we'll be putting up footage of our shows and whatnot, and keeping y'all up to date with flyers. And we're about to start I'm going to tell you, man, we're going to get this SATU TV TikTok off the ground, man. Yeah, man, we need to get on that. Get a TikTok in. Oh yeah, TikTok in there. I think we got an Instagram page for SATU already. I just don't ever use it for nothing. I think there's a SATU street team page on Facebook too. That was Chief's page. Chief ran that page, dude. He made that himself. Ain't that some shit? Man. Yeah. Oh, fuck, man. I know. Damn it, man. That was our fucking boy, dude. Yeah. I can't say enough good shit about Chief, man. That's just another good thing. Something I forgot about whenever that Jones McShine street team page popped up. I was like, damn, yo, who done this? And it was Chief. Yeah, man. Fucking A, dude. He came to our first SATU show at New Brooklyn. Yes, he did. He drove down to see us open up for Kasky. Yeah, he did. In Charlotte. Yep. Sure did, man. He came to that small show we did in Knoxville with Marshall. You remember that? Man, yeah. There was like nobody there but us. And Chief. He came up to me in between sets. He was like, hey, man, the bar got $5 Jack and Cokes, man. It's bad news. Yeah, they did too. Yep, man. They did. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, man. Chief was awesome. Shout out, Chief. R.I.P. to a real one, man. Love you, man. Yeah. Damn. No. I'm going to play Red Dead 2 tonight just for that, man. We used to play Red Dead 2 together online. I saw a bunch of people posting about like playing Red Dead with them and Grand Theft Auto and shit. Yeah, he introduced me to a lot of people on Xbox Live, all the homies from across the nation, pretty much. A lot of different ones, man. That shit's crazy too, because whenever I found out that he passed away, I was like making my Xbox Live account as that was happening. Yeah. Yeah, man. So pour one out on Red Dead Redemption 2 for Chief, man. That's right. Yep. Run them shirts. Them damn dirty old Driscolls. Yep. Run them shirts, man. We used to run around shirtless as a squad on there. Running shirts in the parking lot. Start jumping people saying, give me that shirt. That's something Chief used to say, like, we gonna go after the show, we running shirts in the parking lot. We running merch. Yeah. Hey, man, what size shirt you got? Yeah. What Chief wear like a 6X,
Man,
5X? He was
like
big, dude. Man,
yeah.
Like 6'6". He was
he's
a
a big guy, dude. Hell yeah, man. Shout out Chief one more time, dude.
Yeah, man. We love you, Chief. We dedicating this whole year to you, baby. Everything that we do,
Everything, man. Damn. Yeah, man.
Well, looks like that's about it.
Hold on. There was one more thing I wanted to talk about, dude. This shit is so funny.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I need you to tell me about this.
So, Twitter be wild, or X as they call it nowadays, man.
Tweeting on X.
Yeah, there's a page where you can watch like people who are stealing shit, like get caught and stuff, like get chased by people out of stores and stuff. And bro, there's a security cam footage, and I can't tell if it's American or in a different country. It looks like it could be either one. But it's these two guys, and they got this shoplifter, like one on each arm, and they're like pulling him to like their office or whatever, or kicking him out of the store. Uh-huh. And a third guy comes up and starts pulling clothes out of his pants, like he's got shirts and stuff. Dude, somehow this guy's getting held by two guys. He reaches behind, sticks his hand in his pants, shits in his hand, and then rubs it on his face.
No.
And dude, they all just let go of me. He just walks out this store.
It's like, I bet you ain't nobody arrested me today. He just walked out, like rubbed shit all over him like he's in Vietnam.
He didn't even run out. He just walked out.
You won. You won.
Bro, you can have these shirts back too.
Yo, so you can keep this shit.
Bro, how can you shit on command like that?
I don't know, but that's impressive if that's what it was.
Bro.
You can just imagine though, he's like in the store, like stuffing his pants, like full of clothes. He's like, God, I gotta shit so fucking bad. I gotta get the fuck out of here. As soon as he gets grabbed up by his arm, he's like, oh no, oh no.
They scared.
Can you imagine if he didn't reach his hand back there and he just shit in his pants with all them clothes, and they just start pulling clothes out and shit starts flying everywhere? What country was that in? Here, got to be.
Like
right?
I said, you can't tell by the video, man. It looks like it could be in America or anywhere else.
Shout out to that dude.
Yeah,
we need to get him on the show.
That's a real ass dude right there.
Willing to go do what it takes.
That's that old saying, like if you ever get in a car wreck, make sure you shit and piss your pants so you can get more money. Mm-hmm. That guy's on it. That guy's on it.
Thinking like, you think he can sue us for that? Like, oh no, we made him shit himself. He did stick his hand back there.
They just let him go. They were like, all right, dude, you're good. And he just walked out the store.
Can you imagine them like, we need backup to the fucking Target out here because there's a dude. You'll know who he is when you see him. You're the only person with shit rubbed all over his face. Fresh.
Oh my goodness, man. That was crazy though.
That's funny.
Hell yeah, man. Ready to wrap up episode 2?
Yeah, man. I think we got it all.
Yeah, man. I think we got it all. Got a little bit of shorter episode. This is what we wanted. We want a little bit of inside of an hour. Right at an hour. Yeah. So I think we did good on time this week.
We did good.
Once again, man, the only thing we really got to plug is our show coming up March 8th at the Rooster in Gastonia.
January 13th.
Oh yeah, live. We're doing the live show.
We're doing live on 3&T Official Productions page, man. Live from the studio right here. We're gonna be performing on January 13th. I think that starts at 8:30.
8:30.
3&T.
Yeah, tickets are only $5, right? Yeah, $5. Come stream. We've got a flyer right here, and you can see the artists. Yeah. And so that's January 13th. Tickets only $5. Virtual event. Yep. I'll be DJing back there in the background, you know.
I'll be headlining. And Troy, who's the other artist? You want to give him a shout out?
Nuclear Dysfunction.
Nuclear Dysfunction.
King Razor.
King Razor is dope.
We got Tater Toddies.
Tater Toddies, I like her too.
T Keith.
T Keith.
Jones McShine.
Me.
And I'm on 1s and 2s. So I'm
Billy
DJing.
Bates on the 1s and 2s. Yep. Yeah, man, that's on 3&T's official YouTube channel. Make sure you go over there. If y'all aren't subscribed over there, I highly doubt that you aren't. But if you're not, definitely go over there and subscribe because we bring a lot of dope shit from that page as well. Shout out to Troy and Barbie, 3&T. And January 13th, man, next Friday, come tune in with us on 3&T's page. We're going to rock the fuck out.
Hell yeah. So January 13th and then March 8th at the Rooster.
Yep, Gastonia, North Carolina.
It's going to be a good time. My 32nd birthday. March 8th.
Damn, it is, ain't it? 32?
32. Yeah.
Hey.
Somebody else going to have to drive home that night.
Yeah. That's the Uber man.
Yep.
Straight back to the motel room.
Yep. All right, man. Y'all take it easy.
Yeah, SATU out, man. We love you guys.